literally 2 minutes. So you can leave them out there, just don't put them in the traps. Yeah. Working, Jake.
Sean, just keep it behind the boxes for
just 2 minutes, that's it.
A minute, please, before we're ready.
Let me just test the sound. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Monmore Stadium.
Now, when I get the link out, we'll just go through the number of the set.
Yeah. A very good morning and welcome to the International Greyhound Sales here today. And we have alterations to the card. The original trial one has now been cancelled. Lots 1, Ballybola Fay, and 2, Ballybola Tony are not here. And also lot 3, Bit of Cheddar's not here. So the first trial, trial 1, will now be a solo for Sharky Slough. Trial 3 becomes trial 2. The original trial 4 will now become trial 3, and lot 7 isn't here, side deal. But there is a reserve in that trial, the new trial 3. Love the name, reserve D, will run against Look and Listen, lot 8. Trial 5 will now become trial 4. In the next trial, lot 11, Crafty Boyo's not here and will be replaced by Tommy's Magical, who is an additional reserve, reserve F. The December 24 puppy, no marks on the card, iconic Rory Droopy's Good Time. And that will be now trial 5. So Tommy's Magical will trial against Legendary Queen, lot 12. Lot 7 becomes, trial 7 becomes trial 6. In the next trial, Amazing Power, lot 15 has been withdrawn, and the reserve B, Ballyhimmikin Lad, will run from trap 2 in what will now be trial 7 against I'm on Fire. Trial 9 is 8, 10 will become 9, 11 will become 10, 12 will become 11, and so on until we get to lot 39. Good Hero is not here. Lot 41, Soloist, will move from the next trial because White Runners isn't here either, lot 42. So we will reiterate the changes as and when we come to each of the trials, and hopefully you've made a note of some of these alterations early doors. So we will kick off with lot 4, a solo for Sharky's Slough.
Okay, Sean, this is a full race solo for Sharky Slough.
So Sharky Slough is a Blue Son of Pestana out of Endova Finale. July 24 pup. Already won at Drumbo in an open. Hair runs. In the box 6 here in the opener. And came out reasonably well. Moves into the middle of the track, chasing hard into the first turn. And runs the bend pretty good. Just edges off a little bit out the second turn, but down the back straight, picks up nicely and goes into the third turn now. And is chasing really hard, this Sharky Slough. Got that good form in Drumbo Park. Steering a middle course. And just hesitating there on the run for home. Getting a little bit tired in the closing stages. Sharky Slough. So the results of trial 1, the solo there, Sharky Slough recorded a 30.59, 30.59. The sexual there was pretty good, 4.36, showing a nice bit of early pace there, Sharky Slough. More of a sprinty type, as you can see on his card, with those good sprints in Drumbo. Next trial is now trial 2, lot 5, Sporty Fingers, and lot 6 is Sporting Buchan. Both of these are unraced, no marks on their card. Hair runs then. For trial 2. And a brilliant break there from Sporting Buchan to quickly assume a 4-length advantage going into the first turn, steering a wide course, just checking up a little bit in behind there with Sporting Fingers. But down the far side, Sporting Fingers trying to pick up and close down on the leader then into the third turn, Sporting Buchan, who's still got a 3-length advantage as they swing for home now. Sporting Buchan from Sporting Fingers, who didn't really time the start brilliantly well, but has picked up and kept on nicely in the closing stages, and round to the drop is closing down on the trial mate. 5 beating 2 in trial 2, Sporting Buchan the winner. So the result there for trial 2's first track 5, Sporting Buchan, won in 29.76, 29.76, and beat track 2, Sporting Fingers, by 2 3/4 lengths. That one clocked to 29.98. The sector was down the car 4.76 and 4.47. Now the next trial, there is an alteration to this trial. Side deal isn't here, lot 7 is now replaced by Love the Name, reserve D. The form for reserve D is at the end of the programme. Daughter of Dorota's Wildcat out of Raha Mofo, some really nice breeding there. Jan 25 pub, just 1 mark on the card, was second at Pelor to Soloist. You may recall seeing that. Love the Name then is in box 3. Look and Listen, who's a litter brother, is in track 5. So I'm just next door on a Teams meeting. Yes, sir. All right. So head runs then. And a better break from Look and Listen up on the outside to show early pace into the turn and set up a 3-length lead. A bit green in behind there. Love the Name. And spun wide as well in behind, but going great guns out in front. Look and Listen into the third turn with a big advantage here of some 20 odd lengths. Love the Name doesn't look too comfortable in behind, and Look and Listen has gone well clear and will come home quite nicely as a wide margin winner. Result of trial 3 was first. Track 5, Look and Listen, won by distance and beat. Love the name there. Sections 467 and 450. Next trial is now trial 4, lot 9, Lincoln Dahlia, and lot 10, Finnery Bucko. Locked and loaded. Head runs. And just stumbling at the start there was Lincoln Dahlia. This has handed the initiative to Finnery Bucko, who cuts across into the first turn, saving ground there, and goes on by 2 or 3 lengths from the slow start in Lincoln Dahlia down the far side. Still not too much in it as they go into the third turn, and it is Finnery Bucko with a 2-length lead from Lincoln Dahlia, who's trying to close now after that slow start and is now picking up nicely in the middle of the track, thundering home, and just failed by about half a length in the end. Finnery Bucko holding on, and Lincoln Dahlia going on, and you can see her rushing round to the drop. The result for trial 4, there was first trap 5, Finnery Bucko, 29.76, and second was trap 2, Lincoln Dahlia, beaten half a length there, 29.81. 474 sexuals, 457. Next trial is on its way. Tommy's Magical is in trap 2, and it was Legendary Queen, who's unraced, no marks on a card that led in the early stages. Steering wide course zone as allowed. Now Tommy's Magical to duck up on the inside now and go on down the far side. Tommy's Magical then coming off the subs bench, but going great guns into the third turn now and sets up a 2-length lead coming around the last 2 bends from Legendary Queen, who's a daughter of Good Cody, out of Dice Art Queen. She can't go the gallop, and he's powering on to glory. Is Tommy's Magical, December 24, youngster. Iconic Rory Droopy's good time and won that trial nicely. The result of trial 5 there, Tommy's Magical, the reserve F, was the winner, won in 29.55. The second was track 5, Legendary Queen. She clocked 29.89. The second was down the car, 4.71 and 4.62. There's now a break while the track is regraded, and we'll come back with now trial 6, which is lot 13, Dapper Diamond, and lot 14, Let's Go Mo! So look and listen into the first turn then, and it is Let's Go Mo. It's just spun a little bit wide there, and Dapper Diamond ducks up on the inside, and it's Dapper Diamond now into the third turn being repressed by Let's Go Mo, showing a good turn of foot there and quickens right away. Now this son of Pestana, no marks on his card. Let's Go Mo, very, very green at the first turn, but has careered away with trial 6 in the end, and gets a wow from the racing manager. Excellent. So, result of trial 6 there was Let's Go Mo, the winner, in a 28.66. Really sparkling effort there from Let's Go Mo, and beat Dapper Diamond by 7 3/4 lengths. That one clocked to 29.28. The sectionals there were 4.52 and 4.49. And now there's going to be a break. Apologies, I think I told you there was a break before that trial. It's after that trial. And before this next trial, which is trial 7, and Ballahimmakin Lad, Reserve B, will replace Amazing Power in the next trial. Lot 15, not here, Amazing Power. And Ballahimmakin Lad will trial against I'm on Fire, lot 16, when we come back next. So next trial is trial 7, and we have got an alteration to this trial. It's a new trial 7, lot 15, Amazing Power not here. Ballyhimmican Lad, Reserve B, is a September 24 puppy from the Kennedy breeding. Billy Dunn production. Son of daughter of Good News out of Ballyhimmican Liz was in the prelude to the sprint to the Lee Strand, was beaten by Ballymac Chef on that occasion and ran in an A3. Showed a bit of early pace and never got a clear run around the first 2 curves. So drawn on the inside here, and I'm on fire. Who I watched this greyhound as well in the same stake, beaten by Ballymac Chef twice. One of Liam Dowling's progeny. Hare runs then for trial 7. And missing the break there was Ballyhimmican Lad, whereas time in the start was I'm on fire, the more experienced type, now rushing into the turn and going on. Runs the bend really, really well there at the second turn. I'm on fire. He's in a hurry here down the back straight. It's gone on by 3 lengths into the third turn now from Ballyhimmican Lad, who's trying to pick up now. He's trying to close after missing his start. I'm on fire though, with the early pace starting to come back somewhat up towards the line. I'm on fire, just last home from the fast finishing Ballyhimmican Jet, who's pushed past bravely at the next bend and goes on by a couple round to the drop. So the result of trial 7 was first trap 6, I'm on fire, in a 28.76, good run, showing early pace and beating Ballyhimmican Lad, who stayed on nicely by 1 length. The sections there were 4.62 and 4.45, a good split there from I'm on fire, showing that early dash as we have seen in his Tralee form as well in ON1 and that A3 where he was third, I should say, to Crafty Morai. So good trial. The last couple of trials, nice. They've picked up time-wise and will attract plenty of interest, I'm sure, in the bidding at the auction later on. Now, our next trial is trial 8. Trap 2 is Montine Ace, lot 17, who's a son of King Sheeran out of Montine Sassy. Just 1 mark on the card when beating Montine Mini at Limerick in a sprint trial, clocking in 1961. And trap 5 here is lot 18, Move Over Manly. No marks on the card for this son of Move Over Char. Call Me Luna, Jan 25. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, very good. I like it. How runs then? And away we go. Better break from Montine Ace. Missing the start was Move Over Manly, who's got no marks on the card. And now showing signs of green as the pair of them. Montine Ace at the second bench. Just run off and the tail flicking all over the place. Very, very green indeed. Into the third turn now. Goes on by 2.5 lengths. Montine Ace from Move Over Manly, who's trying to stick with his trial companion off the last turn. It's Montine Ace that goes on, stretching clear by a good 3.5 lengths in the end. Montine Ace beats Move Over Manly in trial 8. Result of trial 8 was first trap 2 Montine Ace, won in a 29.39 and beat Move Over Manly by 4 3/4 lengths. That one clocked to 29.78. The sectionals were 4.61 and 4.77. The next trial is trial 9, Dark Dreamer, lot 19, the daughter of Ballymac Cash Out. Dash Power, lot 20. Hare runs then. Little mates here. And fairly level line leaving the gates, but the better early dash from Dash Power up on the outside, steering a wide course there. Racing Manager's Dream here. Dash Power has gone ultra wide out the second turn, but still maintains the gallop and the lead down the back straight. Nice trial this one, showing good speed this pair into the third turn now. And it is Dash Power with around about a 3.5 length lead, again moving ultra wide and allowing Dark Dreamer to close now up towards the pay stick. And it is 3 that just gets there in the shadows of the post. Dark Dreamer from Dash Power, who'd offer no more in the closing stages, but showed good early zip nevertheless. But a better stamina performance from Dark Dreamer there in trap 3. Result of trial 9, 3 beats 6 by a neck. Dark Dreamer then wins the trial in 28.88. Dash Power clocked to 28.91. The sectionals were 4.71 and 4.51. Next trial is trial 10, Moss King. Plenty of experience for this one in top company against Pony Up. There runs. And away we go. And Pony Up came flying out the boxes and leads in the early stages, steering a middle course, coming across somewhat, but no, still maintaining that middle course and allowing up on the inside Moss King to come through and challenge now at the halfway stage. Into the third turn, and it is tightly match between the pair. Pony Up on the outside, just as taking the wider course, and Moss King has now shot up on the inside to go back to the front. Coming back for more though, and straighten up his Pony Up, and Pony Up got back up in the dying strides there to win, going away by just over a length in the end from Moss King, who was given that window of opportunity round the last 2 curves, but couldn't quite pick it and see it through to the line. Result of trial 10 there was first track 4 Pony Up. Son of Ballyback Cash Out there wins in 28.79 to 8.79 and beat track 1 Moss King by a length and a quarter. The sectionals there down the card were 4.49 and 4.40. Next trial is trial 11 Dunstein in trap 2 and Southwood Jake in box 5 here. A few races then for Dunstein in box 2 and Southwood Jake. Just 2 marks on the card so far for this July 24 pup. And off, and a fairly level break leaving the gates. Better early dash though from Dunstein to assume command into the first turn. Steering a middle course, whereas in behind Southwood Jake just dropping in behind. But to kick it away now, Dunstein down the far side goes into a 4 to 5 length advantage into the third turn now from Southwood Jake. Just so signs of greenness there a little bit at the third bend when coming round the last 2 curves. But out in front, Dunstein has won this by a good 4 to 5 lengths in the end. To be fair, Southwood Jake looks a work in progress and rather green in behind. Result of trial 11. First trap 2 Dunstein, 29.23, 29.23. Second trap 5 Southwood Jake was beaten 5.5 lengths, clocking a 29.67. The sectionals there were 4.55 and 4.61. The next trial is trial 12, which is trap 2 JK Fury and trap 5 Good Desting. And then there will be a break after this trial while the track is regraded. So here we go then. Trial 12, JK Fury in 2, Good Desting, the bitch in 5, only young. And off we go. And just losing his footing a little bit, JK Fury leaving the traps. And into the turn, they collide there badly. And coming out of it was Good Desting with the lead. Down the back straight, Good Desting. From now up on the inside, showing good middle gears is JK Fury. JK Fury now hitting the front at the third turn, and Good Desting may just have been battered there at the first turn and maybe just feeling something there coming home, because she doesn't look too happy on the run for the line. And the result of trial 12 was first track 2 JK Fury, won in a 29.85 and beat Good Destiny the distance. Sections there were 480, 448 and 443. Just repeat that, 448 and 443. So let's just run through at the halfway stage some of the eye-catching trials. Of course, Let's Go Mo, the best so far. Trial 6, that's lot 14. Let's Go Mo. Just no marks on the card for this son of Pestana. Out of this one's for you, who I'm sure has got Unlock and Lock breeding in the lines. That's November 24 whelp. And that was a real eye catcher because did get tangled at the second turn as well with Dapper Diamond, the trial mate, but still went on and won quite convincingly and went home to the drop really, really well as well. So a good all-round performance from Let's Go Mo, 28.66. That was lot 14. And that was almost matched by I'm on Fire, who I think John Kennedy has said has had his issues in the past, but he's just starting to develop well. It's April 24, but his last 3 lines of form aren't too sad by any means, getting beat by a dog you might hear a lot more of, Ballymac Chef, on the Tralee form. He clocked the 28.76 and he beat Ballahimmican Lad. It was a really good trial because Ballahimmican Lad stayed on really well and went round to the drop quite nicely as well. Another of note was trial 9, where Dark Dreamer stayed on nicely to beat Dash Power, who'd shown nice early pace. Dash Power was very, very wide as well. A good trap 6 dog. So that's that nice breeding of the McCusker range. Ballymac Cash Out, nice as ice. December 24. The pair of those were worthy of merit. And in trial 10, again, another good trial, Pony Up, who's a son of Ballymac Cash out of Kilmore Diamond, October 24 puppy. Showed nice pace, ran off a little bit, maybe just got lost around the 3rd and 4th turns a little bit, but did come again with a powerful run close home to come and claim Moss King, who has got A1 Shelbourne form on his card. So that 28.79 tells you that the pair of them can run, and in decent company to boot. There's plenty of other efforts. Dunstein showed nice early dash, clocked a good third bend split as well for those looking for sprinty types. Dunstein is a September 24 son of Dramana Bucko, lot 23. And also Fennery Bucko showed a nice turn of early dash in trial 4. That was lot 10, October 24. Again, the Dramana Bucko breeding. Different litter, but slightly younger version, Fennery Bucko. So lots to like about the early stages of our sale here at Monmore Green. So next trial is trial 13. Tensions are high is lot 27, who's the son of Drooper's Edition out of Keyfield Pepper, a British bred October 24 whelp. And trap 6 is Dapper Addy, lot 28. Again, Drooper's Edition, but Dapper Rose is the mother and a Jan 25 puppy. And both of these have got no marks on their card. Two very young pups. Let's see how they get on then. In trial 13, where the hare is now running. Hare runs then. And off and racing. A good break from Tensions Are High to lead in the early stages from Dapper Addy, who's trying to pick up now and challenge round the first two curves. Cuts inside, but doesn't really find a clear path. And Tensions Are High has kicked away down the back straight and gone on into the third turn by about 3.5 lengths now from Dapper Addy, who's showing signs of greenness in behind. No marks on the card for this pair. And Tensions Are High has got to the front, steering a middle course, and goes on to win by a good 5 lengths in the end. A nice performance from Tensions Are High, lot 27 in trial 13, and kept on all the way round to the drop. Result of trial 13 was first track 3 Tensions Are High, wins in 29.03 and beats Dapper Addy by 6.5 lengths. That one clocked to 29.58. And the sectionals there 4.49 and 4.55. So a good turn of early from youngster there. Tensions Are High. Next, we move on to what is now trial 14. Trap 2 is Gold Star Connie, lot 29. A couple of marks on the card at Shelburne Park for this son of Droopy's Flightline out of Paradise Asia, an October 24 pup. And an unraced puppy in box 5, Limited Blue. Blue son of Good Cody out of Dicer Queen, October 24 whelp. Hare runs. And away we go. The best break comes from Gold Star Connie to lead into the early stages from Limited Blue. It's just rather ducked in behind and shown signs of greenness there at the initial turn, whereas Gold Star Connie knows his job and has flown into the third turn and set up a big 8-length advantage over Limited Blue, who's rather green in behind. But Gold Star Connie, October 24, son of Droopy's Flightline, has gone to win by a wide margin here at Monmore in trial 14. Gold Star Connie, impressive stuff in trial 14, a good time as well. Trial 15 is Ivy Hill Arnie, lot 31, and trap 4 is Tremora Finn. And the hare runs. Tremora Finn, no marks on the card. Marks 25 pup here. And away we go. A fairly level break, but Tremora Finn, once the feet touched the sand, showed nice early pace into the first turn. Just ran off there a true line, as a typical puppy might do. And Ivy Hill Arnie has been gifted the trial and the lead down the far side into the third turn. Has gone on by about 4 lengths now. Ivy Hill Arnie, a couple of trials already on his card. He probably knew the time of day a little bit better than Tremora Finn, who showed a nice turn of early dash, but couldn't quite handle the turn here at Monmore Green. And Ivy Hill Arnie goes on to score in style. Result of trial 15 was first trap 2 Ivy Hill Arnie, 29.26, and beat Tremora Finn by 10 3/4 lengths. That one clocked to 30.12 over the line. The section was 4.60 and 4.51. Now next trial is trial 16, where we have Flashing Knoll, who's a nicely bred son of King Sheeran out of Cooler Valley Poppy. Had nice pace shown in Tralee, running in S2 grade there, and also running an A3, where he never got a run in the early stages and was beaten by Harry Rex in a pretty decent time in the end. And Donegal Major in trap 5, who's a son of Patsy Sabbath out of Ballymac and Bobie, November 24 pup. Hare runs then for trial 16. Flashing Knoll in 2, Donegal Major in 5. And away we go. A fairly level break, and the fawn dog up on the inside now rushes into the first turn, showing a nice acceleration into that initial bend. And now down the far side has gone on by 3 or 4 lengths from Donegal Major back in second, railing nicely now into the third turn and showing a good turn of pace as well into that third bend was Flashing Knoll, who's kicked away now. And Flashing Knoll, showing his class, has gone well clear and gone on to score nicely in the end, and a pretty decent time as well, around the late 28.80 odds. Flashing Knoll. Result of trial 16 was first trap 2 Flashing Knoll, won in a 28.85 and beat Donegal Major by 6 1/4 lengths. That one clocked to 29.35 over the line. The sectionals there were 4.64 and 4.69, so you know, improvement can be made there from the starting of Flashing Knoll. So you can maybe mark him up for a slightly better run there. A decent third bench split as well. So trial 17 is next. Russian Doctor, who's just had 2 marks on the card, a couple of 300 trials at Derry. Son of Signy Ace at the Gaytime Nina, Feb 25 puppy. And in trap 6, we've got Green Mount Hawk, lot 36, who's the son of Lenson Bocco, out of 1 for the moment. March 24, and that has been running A1s at Shelburne Park after running in a decent stake at the back end of last year in Shelburne, an 0-2. Here comes the hare then, for trial 17, stand by. And away we go. And the first to show was Green Mount Hawk, with that decent Shelburne form on his side, going into the turn, steering a wide course, but he's handled the bend pretty much better than Russian Doctor did. And down the back straight, he's gone on. He's a wide runner as well. He's showing plenty of speed, this dog. And Green Mount Hawk has around about a 10-length lead coming round the last 2 curves. On March 24, son of Lenson Bocco, has gone on to rout this trial and win it very, very nicely indeed. And the result, trial 17, was first trap 6, Green Mount Hawk, who won in 28.62, 28.62, and beat Russian Doctor 23.25 lengths. That one clocked to 30.49 over the line. And the sexuals there were 4.58 and 4.43. So the next trial is trial 18. Trap 2 will be Mustang on Fire, lot 37, who's a daughter of Newin Taylor out of Mustang Markle, a Jan 25 puppy, 2 marks on the card. She's won both of her qualifying trials in Clonmel and in Kilkenny. Similar times to the pair of them, calculated. And Return Fire in the orange of 5 is lot 38. Again, just 2 marks. Both of these are at Clonmel, both over the 525 yard journey, and improved a chunk from the May 22 trial to the 5th of June trial. 30.36 to 29.62 and a July 24, daughter of Grangeview 10. So the hare runs. And they're away, and it's Mustang on Fire, the first to break the tapes, and she moves off into the middle of the track, whereas Return Fire drops to the rails in behind. But it's Mustang on Fire down the back straight with a 4-length advantage at the halfway stage now. Mustang on Fire still steering that middle course into the third turn now. Goes on from Return Fire, who's very, very green in behind. But Mustang on Fire knew the job, got out on the front end, and has skipped well clear in the closing stages and wins handsomely in the end. Mustang on Fire beats Return Fire in trial 18. The result of trial 18 was first trap 2 Mustang on Fire, who won in 29.47, 29.47, and beat Return Fire by 7 3/4 lengths. That one clocked a 30.09. And the sectionals there 4.53 and 4.65. There will now be a tractor break, and the track will be regraded, and we'll come back with trial 19, the new trial 19, which is a change to the original. Good Hero's not here, so lot 39 is not here, but lot 41 will move from the next trial and move into trap 2 against Good Hormuz, lot 40, and then trial 21 is cancelled. There is also White Runners not here. So the next trial is an interesting trial. We resume with what is the new trial 19. Lot 41 will now run from the inside here. This trialled at the Pelor sales and showed a lot of early pace on that occasion. Whether he'll get 480 or not remains to be seen, but it's got plenty of, or she has got plenty of early dash. She's a daughter of Drummondine now to get with the times. Get with the times was a staying type. She's only a Jan 25, so I guess she could get the trip a little bit in time. Good Hormuz is from the Kennedy range. Really well bred. Signing ace out of Billy's Diva, December 24 puppy. So two youngsters with not too many marks on their card up against each other next. So here we go then. Hare runs for trial 19. Stand by. And away we go, and a good break from Good Hormuz up on the outside, and Joe's early dash into the turn to just claim the lead from Soloist, who wasn't too slow herself, but just checked her stride when Good Hormuz cut across, and down the back straight he's gone on by 3 lengths here. Good Hormuz into the third turn, still with the lead, but Soloist still showing pace in behind as they turn off the last now. Good Hormuz still with his 3-length advantage from Soloist, who can't quite bridge the gap, but has tried extremely hard to do so. It's a good trial, that one. Good Hormuz wins trial 19 in a pretty decent 28.87-ish and beat Soloist. The result of trial 19 was first out of 5. Good Hormuz won in a 28.85, 28.85, and beat Trap 2 Soloist by 2 3/4 lengths. The sexuals there were 4.55 and 4.46. Next trial is trial 20, which will be lot 43 Sporting Lovers and lot 44 Sporting Mate. Sporting Lovers is a daughter of Droopy's Flightline out of Ballymac Saga, Feb 25, really nicely bred. Greyhound Sporting Lovers, no marks on her card. And Sporting Mate is a son of New Inn Taylor out of Sporting Riviera, Feb 25. So two really nicely bred pups from the Jerry Griffin kennels. So trial 20 is next. They're going in the boxes. Two real babies here. Two different litters, but they're both Feb 25, but they're really nicely bred. The Lady Droopy Slightline, Ballymac Saga in trap 2, and Sporting Mate is a new in Taylor Sporting Riviera. Here we go then. Stand by. And away we go. Fairly level line leaving the boxes. Early pace though from Sporting Mate into the turn to lead by a length and a half and go round in front from Sporting Lovers, who's trying to hang on to the coattails of Sporting Mate, who's quickened up down the far side and gone on. It's Sporting Mate then with the lead still. Only 2 lengths clear though. And now Sporting Lovers, she's starting to close now. She's looking for a gap up on the inside. She's exploring the route, but she didn't find a clear passage. And it's Sporting Mate that's kicked on again. Sporting Mate goes on and wins the trial from Sporting Lovers, who's gone for another go after the line up on the inside to get past, and finally does so. She stayed on really nicely. An eye-catching performance there from the pair of the Jerry Griffin inmates. 2 nice young puppies. Results trial 20 was first track 5 Sporting Mate, running a 29.88, 29.88, and beat trap 2 Sporting Lovers by 1 length. That one clocked 29.96 over the line. The sections there were 471 and 464. Might be a bit of a break to the next trial because we're just in the process of trying to catch Sporting Mate. It's been a bit shy there on the infield. Trial 21 we resume with Emus Julie against Emus Roxanne. And Emus Roxanne with the slightly better break up on the outside, but the early dash comes from Emus Julie to lead into the turn. Emus Julie going on then. Plenty of experience in A3 company in Clonmel. Down the far side, she's kicked on there some 4 or 5 lengths to the good. Into the third turn, Emus Julie from Emus Roxanne, who's getting a bit outpaced just in behind, but probably the slightly difference in grade has told here. And Emus Julie goes on to score by a good 8 to 10 lengths. Emus Julie beats Emus Roxanne in trial 21. The result of trial 21 was first track to Emus Julie, 29.10 to 9.10. And distance there was 9 3/4. Emus Roxanne clocked to 29.89. And the sectionals there were 4:40 and 4:45. The next trial is trial 22, Tremora Boomer, lot 47. A son of Dorota's Wildcat. That is Tremora Champion. And Tremora 5, lot 48, a litter mate. March 25, this pet. Hair runs. And away we go, and a flashy break there from Tremora Boomer to lead in the early stages from Tremora 5, who's trying to pace up now up on the outside now. And Tremora 5 challenges wide and now goes on. Tremora 5 then just edges on into the third turn now by a length or so from Tremora Boomer, who comes back for more up on the inner now. And Tremora Boomer noses ahead at the fourth bend. Tremora Boomer from Tremora 5, this pair of really young babies have trialled exceptionally well there. Good effort from Tremora Boomer to get back on top, close home, and win trial 22. So the result of trial 22 was first trap to Tremora Boomer, who won in 29.16 to 9.16. Second trap for Tremora 5, who's beaten 2.5 lengths, a clock to 29.36. The sectionals there were 4:51 and 4:55. So the 23rd and final trial of the day is lot 49, Romantic Geezer. It's got a few marks on the card to qualify. Notably, last time out in Cork, clocked to 29.41 when winning his trial by distance. Swords Rex, Call of Annie Tammy, the breeding, October 24, and Chasing Neve, lot 50, who's got a few trials on the card and a string of seconds on the board as well. November 24, daughter of Ballymac Bolger. Here we go then, head runs. And we're off and away, and it's Romantic Geezer up on the inside narrowly from Chasing Neve. Into the turn, Romantic Geezer assumes control there and goes 4 lengths to the good over Chasing Neve, who's in second spot. Down the far side, Romantic Geezer then has extended into a 5-length lead now into the third turn. Romantic Geezer from Chasing Neve, who can't really go the gallop, and Romantic Geezer is going to go and win this trial in emphatic style in the end. Romantic Geezer around about a 29.40. Romantic Geezer wins our final trial of the day. And the result of the 23rd and final trial was first track to Romantic Geezer, 29.47, and beat Chasing Neve by 12.5 lengths. She clocked to 30.47, and the section there 4.64, 4.72. So some really nice performances, notably if we go back to one of the early trials, and Sean Conway's Let's Go Mo was very, very impressive. He spun wide out the second bend and gave a lot of ground away and still clocked the fastest of the day, 28.66. Some notable performances, Wild Pony Up and Moss King, they both trialled well together, as did Dash Power and Dark Dreamer, both sub 29 second efforts. Later on in the card, Gold Star Connie clocked to 28.67, which was ranking up there with some of the best of the day, and 28.62, I should say. That's the best of the day, wasn't it? Green Mount Hawk showed a nice turn of early and a very, very wide runner as well, which might attract a few hands and a few taps on the online services that we will provide today. So there'll be a bit of a break. We'll come back with the auction very, very shortly indeed.